This is Millennial Man Motions Entertainment, LLC. It is July of 2023, and I am back with my good friend and co-host, Avi, and today we're going to be talking about the modern classic rom-com comedy of all the romantic comedies, When Harry Met Sally, with Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal. Welcome back on, Avi. It's good to have you back. Before we get into the movie itself, what are your own personal thoughts and opinions when it comes down to women, dating, and relationships for you these days?
Sometimes it's very coincidence because it sounds like a very feel-good movie about I didn't get much date with women recently about I just remain single about if I because my brother Danny and I are only one who never get married about we don't know if we weren't ready for it today.
Well, outside of the one group you were talking about offline, the one group you were involved in where now the girl lives too far away, have you ever been attracted or connected to any women outside of that group on other events?
We have been very connected, but it's very hard. She knows how to understand to use Skype or Zoom about if we ever get connected.
She could learn how to use that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but she needs to be learning for.
Well, hopefully in the future, in the near future, you can find your match of some woman of some kind.
All right. So another thing I like about I think the movie is very feel good movie, but even if my parents could enjoy to watch it, my parents are not into romantic comedy or feel good element.
Right. Now, I get that. Yeah, there's some feel-good elements. Now, correct me on the actual rating. Was this a PG-13 or an R?
Rated R.
Okay, rated R.
And there's the most famous scene about is it a delicatessen?
Yeah. Let's start off with the deli. So, what did you all think of that deli scene right there?
I laugh aloud as I got opened up for how she does that.
Oh yeah, that's the most memorable. That's the most memorable part for most people. How that was all done. And what's funny is next to her in the scene on another table, I think it's supposed to be the mother of the director.
And the director's mother.
Yeah.
The great line is, "I'll have what she's
yeah.
Sex a sandwich or something.
Right. Exactly. So now. So when the movie starts, do they originally meet from university?
They meet from university, but in between the clips, there's those old couples about how they've been interviewed, what they know about when they first met.
Right, in the interviews also, yeah.
Yeah, inner titles, something off the story.
Right.
And also about another thing, they met together when they go on a road trip together, and then hopefully some kind of keep it. It's like a connection, hookup.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Even also a funny part of the day first sex scene about the Meg Ryan company to Billy Crystal. You can just look at that Billy Crystal face when he does his first reaction,
Right, the face, yeah, that's good.
After he had sex.
Yeah.
So it's is he virgin? And also, they have two good friends who they gave special advice.
Right, I don't remember the guy's name. Who was the guy friend?
Well,
he was. I don't know him from other stuff or what his name was.
Bruno Kirby.
Oh, okay, that's who the guy was, and then of course the female friend for her was Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, Bruno Kirby is the one who stars in the Godfather Part 2.
Oh, he was actually in Godfather Part 2.
Yeah,
Nice.
The origin about the flashback about the rise of Robert De Niro character.
Oh, okay.
About the one who steals carpets.
Oh, okay. All right. So, outside, of course, to the memorable diner scene that she does there, what other scenes outside of the diner stood out to you?
When Bruno Kirby and Billy Crystal talk about a love life, about they're at the baseball stadium, about that's where they do the wave. He did a cheer. They just did that's where they look at each other without looking at the game.
Oh, so it's something. What happened at the ball game?
Because they just when they talk about a conversation, all the audience, every baseball tradition, they do one wave at one.
Oh, okay, something about a wave. Okay.
Even they didn't cheer, they just they just get along. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The game.
Right.
Or they can shout.
Right. What I like about the movie throughout different parts of the movie is Harry and Sally, Billy Crystal, and Meg Ryan having their different conversations about about that topic about what the movie's about and how they answer each other about what that's all about.
Yeah, and also like sometimes I thought the lines are like improvisation.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was improv. I always think that I always thought that improv makes movies and shows better. I think when they taught us improv in the group that we're involved with and stuff, I just think that improv makes a movie or whatever else the case may be. Improv makes things much better by improvisation being brought into anything outside of scripted lines. It just makes everything better by that kind of thing going on.
Right. And here's a trivia about Nora Ephron, who wrote the screenplay of the movie, about the supplied the structure of the film with much of the dialogue based on the real life friendship between Rob Reiner and Billy Crystal. For example, in the scene where Harry and Sally appear on a split screen, talking on the telephone while watching their respective television sets, channel surfing was something that Crystal and Reiner did every night.
That's interesting trivia. I like that.
You know, like about they recommend each other to watch Casablanca to know what they think about.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, because there's the famous scene, the famous scene at the end of Casablanca. Is what did he say to her?
What did he say to her? I think it's the beginning of.
Oh yeah, it's the beginning of a beautiful friendship, or
yeah.
Yeah.
That's where he went to follow what he thinks about it.
Right.
And another split screen about the telephone call. What they have in between is Carrie Fisher and Bruno Kirby involved in it. Where they're on the phone.
Oh right, with the phone calls. So you said he was in Godfather 2. He talked to his friend. And what did you make of Carrie Fisher in this movie?
Well, too bad about it is after when the Star Wars trilogy is finished, we heard about sometimes she had a problem with the drug addict about other life.
There was something about drugs. Something about the drugs, yeah. And it's you know what I thought when they did the sequel trilogy for Star Wars, I thought it was a missed opportunity that in Force Awakens they didn't get Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Carrie Fisher all to be in the same scene together, the three of them. That was a really missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Now, we're not going to be talking about any more Star Wars movies recently or coming up outside of the one we just did with Empire. But yeah, of course, obviously, most people will know her as Leia from the Star Wars movies.
Here's an improvise. Now I found the improvised. The win, lose, and draw scene was entirely improvised, and now I knew it.
So what happened? What happened in the win, lose, and draw scene?
Was entirely improvised.
Whatever scene that was improvised about win, lose, or draw. That's cool. And were there any other improvised lines outside of that one?
Improvised line of that?
Yeah. Any other improvised lines they had outside of that one?
Well, I don't know. This is one of the trivia, but here's another trivia.
Sure.
It's about when Harry is shown reading the Stephen King novel Misery. The film adaptation Misery will be the next film directed by Rob Reiner.
Okay, right. Yeah. Did he also do a few good? Did he also do A Few Good Men?
And A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise and Demi Moore.
Yes. Demi Moore looked good back then.
And Jack Nicholson.
Right. You can't handle the truth.
It's based on a play by Aaron Sorkin, who creates West Wing and the Newsroom, and he also wrote a screenplay for another Rob Reiner movie, The American President.
Oh yeah, The American President was also good from '95. Back to Tom Cruise real quick for a sec. I like how he's been entertaining audiences for over 40 years. I really like him as Ethan Hunt in the Mission Impossible movies. Can't wait to see that really soon. And yeah, they're all. Demi Moore was okay back in the day. Meg Ryan was back in the day. But as they get older, they don't look as well. That's why she wasn't in Top Gun Maverick. Meg Ryan, because of being older. But yeah, back to When Harry Met Sally. Whether it's trivia or other parts of the movie or improvised scenes, what else do you think the audience should know about When Harry Met Sally?
Nora Ephron wrote the screenplay and its numerous drafts over a period of nearly 5 years.
Oh, so the female writer wrote different things over time.
It's like the story takes place almost like from 77, like around they first.
Yeah, it starts around 1977.
It's like almost like a five year long relationship.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Yeah, when they talk to each other, the main two characters, the discussion he said to her was that because men and women cannot be friends because the sex gets in the way.
Right.
And he's absolutely right about that.
Yeah. The character Harry was somewhat based on director Rob Reiner. Reiner was depressed, cynical, and neurotic, with a big heart underneath, like Harry Burns in the film. The character of Sally was somewhat based on screenwriter Nora Ephron. Ephron was optimistic, cheerful, loved control, and was the type of person who was just fine with everything, like Sally Albright.
Oh, okay. All right, so she had parts in the writing over time with those things.
And Nora Ephron later directed a movie called Sleepless in Seattle, which also starred Meg Ryan and Rob Reiner is also in it as a friend to Tom Hanks.
Right. Okay, real quick, since you mentioned Tom Hanks, do you have a particular favorite Tom Hanks movie?
Well, I was shocked. My first know about Tom Hanks is and I remember he does voice acting in Toy Story.
Right, he's part of the he's the Woody's voice.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Woody's voice. He's Woody's voice in the Toy Stories, which I think they've really run out of ideas because I think a Toy Story 5 has been greenlighted. Like, enough already. Like a Toy Story, enough.
Now they already did a spin-off about the origin of Buzz Lightyear.
They had that, but I don't think that one did well because they didn't use Tim Allen's voice.
No, because Tim Allen's like over like in the late 60s.
Yeah, but no. But the spin-off used some other guy's voice for that part. When people think of Buzz Lightyear, they think Tim Allen. So hopefully, if they really are doing a Toy Story 5, they bring Tim Allen back as Buzz.
Other roles we like them is Big and Saving Private Ryan.
Right. Okay, those are good choices. Big and Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan. I know him most as Forrest in Forrest Gump.
Well, he collaborates with Robert Zemeckis.
Yes.
He Castaway and
yes.
Polar Express and
all that stuff. Yeah. Now, quick thing about yeah, that's all very true. Quick thing about Robert Zemeckis. I like that it was said that as long as Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale are alive, there will be no sequels or remakes of Back to the Future.
And also, the two stars of Philadelphia, Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington, both of them are separate stars in the Robert Zemeckis movie.
They're in different Robert Zemeckis movies. Now that you mentioned Denzel for that, just to keep things movie news current, Denzel Washington in some form will be in Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2 in 2024. Denzel Washington will have some part in Gladiator 2.
Because he may be played as a slave type.
I don't know what his character's going to be. All I know is it must be a good part of character of whatever he's going to be if he's going to be in that kind of role and that kind of title. Gladiator 2 2024. All right. Not to get too far sidetracked on the other actors and movies, but what else do you think the audience listeners should know about When Harry Met Sally?
The scene in which Marie, Carrie Fisher, and Sally Meg Ryan run into Harry in the bookstore, Someone is Staring at You in the Personal Growth, was filmed at the branch of the independent bookstore chain, the Shakespeare Company, then located at 2259 Broadway at 8 First Street. Although this location was closed in 1996 because of the competition from the nearby Barnes and Noble branch, there are still, as of last 2 years ago, there were several locations of Shakespeare Company open in New York. Meg Ryan's 1998 movie You've Got Mail, also written by Nora Ephron, was about the rivalry between the independent New York bookstore and a large Barnes & Noble-like chain.
Okay, that's all very interesting. Now, that female writer, has she done anything recently within the past 5 to 10 years?
Well, sadly, she passed away.
When did she pass?
Like around 2011.
Okay, so about 2011, around there, she passed away.
The last film she written and directed is based about Julia Child called Julia.
Oh, right, that's right, with that big actress woman, yeah.
Meryl Streep and Amy Adams.
Oh yeah, that's true. I remember what you're talking about. Yeah, that movie, that title. Yeah. Let's see what else. Is there anything else about that male friend that was in Godfather Part 2? What's other stuff about him that we? Yeah, that guy's character name, his title. The guy that played the friend in Godfather Part 2, the friend of Billy Crystal. What else should we know about that friend guy from other stuff he's been in and stuff?
Well, he works again with Billy Crystal in the movie called City Slickers.
Oh, he was back with Billy Crystal in one of the City Slickers. Okay.
With Daniel Stern and Jack Palance.
Yes. Yes. Speaking of those two actors, just so I can say it while I remember when you said them, Jack Palance. I mostly only know him from as the big crime boss. Is the big crime boss with Jack Nicholson in Batman 1989.
Yeah.
And Daniel Stern, I love as the voice of adult Kevin Arnold in the Wonder Years. And also, everybody, in November, God willing, November in a few months, in November, for you guys, Avi and I are going to be doing Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, followed by Home Alone 1. So, if anybody is Home Alone fans with Daniel Stern there, we'll be doing, in November, Home Alone 2 and Home Alone 1 for you guys.
And also about this is the first movie that's produced by Rob Reiner made his own production company called Castle Rock Entertainment.
Who made the production company?
Rob Reiner.
Oh, nice. Okay, so he made a production company out of all this. Well, what we're filming on right now with the video camcorder, everybody, consider this my own production company, and I am thrilled and so happy that Avi has agreed to be part of the movie discussions as a co-host. So we hope you like all these movie discussions in my movie production company here.
The footage from the football game was the New York Giants versus Detroit Lions from October 16th, 1988. The Giants won 30-10.
Okay, so that's part of the sporting game there. So the movie started in 1977. Does the movie end in 1990, 1989? What year does the movie end?
The movie had like a New Year's Eve.
No, but what year? Was it 89, 90?
89. The movie was released in 89.
Okay, I know it was released in 89. I just didn't know what year the movie ended in, as far as the characters and stuff.
So closely. They're really so closely at the time when they finished the 80s.
Right, because you were mentioning Godfather earlier, and then Godfather Part 3 would come out in 1990.
Yeah.
But now that you mentioned the last scenes are all about New Year's Eve and the New Year's Eve party, what did you make of that whole New Year's Eve party stuff going on? What, the ending, the climax?
It's like almost like a very magical moment. It's like they get together.
Yeah, that was nice how that was.
Okay. Also, at least five of the film's cast members and creators came from show business families. Most well known, of course, is Carrie Fisher's, whose parents were Debbie Reynolds and Eddie Fisher. Rob Reiner's father was a veteran comic called Reiner, while mother, Estelle Reiner, had been an accomplished jazz singer. Nora Ephron's parents, Henry Ephron and Phoebe Ephron.
Nora Ephron, you said Nora Ephron, you said died in 2011. What was her official cause of death?
Cancer.
Oh, it's a kind of cancer. Okay. What's Rob Reiner currently working on?
Well, sometimes he does a very independent movie that no one wants to see. Like last time I heard he directed is one about biography about Lyndon Johnson.
Oh, okay, something about that. Independent and Lyndon B. Johnson. Okay, got you. Yeah,
Yes, back to that. But recently, I remember saw last time he does it back to acting. Like he's one who does acting in the Martin Scorsese, The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, that came out in 2013. That was her breakout role for Margot Robbie, who, for people that are fans of the toy, Barbie comes out soon for you Barbie fans. We will not be reviewing Barbie. We're only doing the When Harry Met Sally. I'm not really have any rom-coms like outside of that one. But yeah, for anybody that's into Barbie or Margot Robbie, that's coming out real soon. Oh, speaking of which, around the same time, for anybody that are Christopher Nolan fans, Oppenheimer is going to be Christopher Nolan's first R-rated movie since Insomnia. It's actually going to be rated R for anybody that likes Christopher Nolan.
It's going to be a sex scene.
Yeah, there's sex and nudity or some things of that nature. So it's actually going to be his first R-rated movie since 20 years ago with Insomnia.
Well, if it's R-rated, too bad they did describe were they experimenting about the atomic bomb. You can't tell the description of what it feels like the atomic bomb.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious how the atomic B, how sex and nudity gets included in the atomic B. I think it's very interesting how that's all going to be meshed together.
I mean, atomic explosion that kills a person. Lisa turned into a skeleton or something.
Well,
Or melts
or an explosion so big that it gets people wanting to have sex and nudity for a last time. Anyway, I don't know, but long story short, for whatever reason, it's going to be rated R since Insomnia. But yeah.
And you know, the Dora once married to the author, the Nicholas Pileggi.
And who was he again?
Nicholas Pileggi is the author of the Goodfellas.
Oh, okay, yeah, for any Goodfella fans. Again, speaking real quick before I forget what you said with The Wolf of Wall Street's Martin Scorsese. At some point this year, I don't know the official release date, he'll be coming out with that whatchamacallit movie with Leo DiCaprio.
Killer of the Palma.
There's something, yeah, the killer of the
Palma that deals with Native American and what. Killer of the Flower Moon.
Oh, I don't know the latter part of the title. Yeah, Killer of the something moon something. I don't know the official release date, but it's Martin Scorsese's and Leonardo DiCaprio's first big movie on. It's coming out at some point this year. That's what their movie is.
It's also a co-star with Robert De Niro.
Oh, of course, and of course with De Niro back in there. Yeah, I don't get into. I no longer like Robert De Niro. I won't say the reason why, but if anybody that knows me, you'll know why. But I do not no longer like Robert De Niro.
How about Meet the Parents?
I liked Meet the Parents. I like Ben Stiller in Meet the Parents. But as far as
he also went to Billy Crystal and Analyze This.
Yeah, that's true. That they were in that together. Analyze This and Analyze That. I will say that. I think that Billy Crystal, getting back to Billy Crystal about the main stars in the movie, I did think that Billy Crystal was one of the better kind of hosts they had for those Oscar award shows.
Yeah, just a prior prediction about that, because Scorsese is mainly known for every award-winning movie.
Yeah, it wasn't until The Departed where he won the award for The Departed, and I don't know which award Spielberg won for which, but all I know is. With Spielberg not directing Indiana Jones 5, and I heard and saw a lot of bad things about it, if you want to go see Indy 5 on your own, that's fine. You'll tell me what you thought of it, but I have absolutely no...
I go with my friend Paula Gordon, did it?
Oh, say that again?
Or I go with my friend Paula Gordon, did it?
Oh, well, whoever that is, you guys should go see it together, because it's currently in theaters right now. I'm curious to hear what you thought of the movie, since we have different views about things. But yeah, I am totally not seeing Indiana Jones 5 at all. But I'd like to hear what other people thought about it if they have seen it. But I am most definitely really soon, for two separate viewings, I'm going to go see Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, Mission Impossible 7, Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Back to Harry Met Sally. In the opening scene, set in 1977, Sally's hair is styled after that of Farrah Fawcett for the popular TV series Charlie's Angels.
Wait, well, I'm sorry. What happened with Farrah Fawcett with that?
Sally's hair is styled after that of Farrah Fawcett from the popular.
Oh, dyed the hair, so it was similar to Farrah Fawcett.
It's like a long hair.
I believe Farrah Fawcett's gone also. So rest in peace to Farrah Fawcett, Farrah Fawcett, Nora. What's her name?
Ephron.
Nora and Ephron, and whoever else is also currently deceased. Carrie Fisher is gone.
And also this is the first soundtrack by Harry Connick Jr.
Let's go over the soundtrack real quick. What were you saying about the soundtrack?
It's the first appearance of the soundtrack by Harry Connick Jr.
Oh, okay.
It's like a jazz standard type.
Oh, nice. So the music soundtrack was good for that. Nice.
And also, during the ending scene, Harry mentions never understanding what the song "Old Lang Syne" was about.
What was that about?
Your Old Lang Syne.
Yeah.
It's a song. It's a traditional song you sing on New Year's Eve.
Okay, back to the New Year's Eve again. Yeah, the whole New Year's Eve. The whole New Year's Eve part at the end of the movie, that was well done, how they did all that.
Right. Harry mentioned never understanding what the Old Lang Syne was about. Some years earlier, director Rob Reiner was also questioned the meaning of the song when portraying Mike Stivic on the episode of All in the Family.
That was a good show, man. That was All in the Family. They don't make shows like that anymore.
I know, but even they criticized that movie, a sitcom family about the racist dad.
Right. No, yeah, that's true. He's supposed to be meant as racist, yeah. And then he was in some stuff after All in the Family with whatever that other show was from the late 80s and early 90s. I think.
And Yeah, but you know who plays the ex-girlfriend to the when Harry met Sally, the Harry's ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, who played the ex-girlfriend?
Harley or something about. She's the one. Also, other times she's the author of all the books.
Oh, I'd have to look up which character person that was, but I just want to let you know for time running, I don't know how much more you have to say about the movie that we haven't got to yet, which you'll tell me what things we haven't gotten to said in a moment, but just the time framing you all. For you, Avi. We're now a little over 25 minutes in. It's about to be 25:30. So runtime right now is about 25:30-ish, 25-minute point. So is there any other improvised things you want to mention? Any characters? Anything about the story? Any trivia? Any quotes? Anything that stood out to you that you think that everybody should know?
Let me get the quotes.
Yeah, sure. Let's get some quotes out there.
Well, do you ever see the movie Stand By Me?
I saw it maybe once, but I haven't really watched it enough to know it too well. But I know that was also Rob Reiner also, though, right?
Directed by Rob Reiner,
yeah.
And it's also about it's like a post-Goonies movie about it's very, very
well, didn't it come out like a year after Goonies? Yeah, in 86,
yeah. 86,
yeah. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I heard it's a good movie and has good characters and good stuff going along with that Stand By Me. I just know the song of it by B.B. King from 1961.
Benny.
When you stand by me.
That's Benny King, and that's
yeah,
B.B. King.
However you say his name, B.B. King. Whoever B. King, however you say his name. Yeah.
All right, here it is. Would you like to have dinner? Just friends? I thought you didn't believe men and women could be friends. When did I say that? On a ride to New York? No. I never said that. Yes, that's right. They can't be friends. Unless both of them are involved with other people, then they can. This is an amendment to the earlier rule. When the two people are in relationships, the pressure of possible involvement is lifted. That doesn't work either, because what happens then is the person you're involved with can't understand why you need to be friends with the person you're just friends with. Like it means something is missing from the relationship. Why do you have to go outside to get it? When you say, no, it's not true. Nothing is missing from that relationship. The person you're involved with then accuses you of being secretly attracted to the person you're just friends with, which you probably are. I mean, come on, who the hell are you even kidding? Let's face it. Which brings us back to the earlier rule before the amendment, which is men and women can't be friends.
That was good dialogue right there. What they wrote, that was good. What else? Any more quotes on there?
Harry said discussing orgasm. Most women at one time or another have faked it. Well, they haven't faked it with me. How do you know? Because I know. Oh, right. That's right. I forgot. You're a man. What was that supposed to mean? Nothing. Just that old men are sure it's never happened to them. Old women at one time or another have done it. So you do the math.
That was good too. That's the most memorable scene for everybody in the diner there, and she's like, I very liked that scene about. Right. That, exactly. Yeah.
Right. Let's see. There's another quote. It is so nice when you can sit with someone and not have to talk.
Yeah, exactly. Not have to talk. Yeah. Yeah, and like you said before, also the other memorable scene outside of the diner was how you said how they each talk to their friends on the phone lines, on the phone call lines.
Hey, if you ever go to New York, you can find they have a diner restaurant where they can find which table it is to select as the best, which table it is where they make fake orgasm.
Oh, okay.
If you want to do recreation when you have a date.
Okay, that's a good thing to try out. I can tell you, the one and only time I visited Chicago, I got to see the water fountain of Chicago's, one of my favorite shows growing up, Married with Children. I got to see the water fountain from Married with Children. But yeah, New York also. Whatever can be seen in New York is also well. I can tell you in New York, I got to see the wax museum.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Or do you ever went to the Statue of Liberty or something?
Yeah, of course we've also been to the Statue of Liberty.
Last time I went to New York from last year we went to One World Center.
What was One World Center like?
It's like where the World Trade Center should have been.
Okay.
If it's not destroyed, because they put on there that it still keeps standing tall. About that we can see the whole view about not looking down.
Okay. Oh wow.
It's very panoramic.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, listen, everybody. If there's any New York females watching, Avi and I are both looking for some dates.
All right. Even having a date with celebrities. What if I imagine I ever a date with celebrities without being being scandalized about who is a non-celebrity.
Does it matter to you whether it's a celebrity or a non-celebrity?
It's my dream. It's like my dream job is if I could be hang out win a date with your celebrity's crush.
Who's your top three celebrity crushes?
Kirsten Dunst since 2002,
Mm-hmm.
and there's Kristen Bell in 2013,
Mm-hmm.
and the third one is let's see, Rachel McAdams.
Rachel McAdams, the Canadian Rachel McAdams. Okay, so Kristen Bell. I only really know her from the.
Veronica Mars.
I don't know that show. I only know her from that 2008 movie when Marshall the Sarah Marshall in 2008. What did you think of her in this? Yeah, what did you think of her in that How I Met Your Mother? What did you think of her in that movie?
Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yeah. What did you think of her, Kristen Bell, in that?
Well, it's a very too brainy type. Even I would believe she plays something very dumb before, her breakout role is a TV series called Veronica Mars.
Right, that was her big thing, Veronica Mars. Yeah.
I like her though. I like her so she's the one who voice acting in Disney Frozen.
Also, Frozen. So for Frozen and Veronica Mars. The third one you mentioned was Say again?
Rachel McAdams?
Yes, Rachel McAdams. What do you like Rachel McAdams in? Outside, can't say Notebook. Outside of the Notebook, what do you like Rachel McAdams in?
Parents loved her in Wedding Crashers.
Oh sure, yeah, she did really well. She did really well in Wedding Crashers. And outside of Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, what did you like Kirsten Dunst in?
We like her something like Bring It On and
oh yeah.
She's also what's it?
What was it after?
Bring It On's a cheerleading movie.
Right, no, what was it after Bring It On though? Anything else?
Crazy Beautiful.
Oh, okay, that one too. Oh, she was good in that one too. So wait, those are three good choices. They were all born. No, wait. McAdams was born in the late 70s, like 1978 or something. But then the other two, I think, are from the early 80s. But those are three good choices of celebrity crushes. Great.
And also the other role I like of Rachel McAdams. She's the one in the movie called Spotlight.
Oh yeah, and then Spotlight was also good. Now Spotlight with Rachel McAdams was Michael Keaton also in that?
Michael Keaton's in it with Mark Ruffalo and Stanley Tucci and Liev Schreiber.
All those people, yeah. Michael Keaton, I'd have to say, after seeing The Flash, I would have liked to see him more in The Flash, and I was kind of disappointed what they did with his character. I'm not getting no spoilers, but I didn't like what they did with him at the end. But back to When Harry Met Sally. We're officially 33 minutes and 33 minute point. So, is there anything else about the movie that you think the audience should know in any way, shape, or form?
What?
Yeah, whether it be character, story, trivia, locations, music, lines of dialogue.
It's like the same year like when you saw about another date movie called Saying Anything. It's about a question about meaning of love and something how do you get together about
I may have only seen parts of Say Anything one time, but overall between the two, I'd have to say When Harry Met Sally is probably the more known or well-liked movie over Say Anything. But like we know, like after this one, it kind of got Meg Ryan typecasted into other romantic roles with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first work with Tom Hanks is Joe versus Volcano.
Yeah, that was one of his first movies. Yeah. I mean, he's okay, but like I think he's in I don't know, he's okay, but not the best actor ever.
Right. But even though about my thoughts and opinion is like sometimes it's very hard to know what it feels like to be dated about but if you want to know how to communicate, it's like instead of like spitting out the grapes at the window, you did mess it up.
Are we talking about Say Anything?
No,
Or
like When Harry Met Sally.
oh yeah, okay. What part? Which part of this was from When Harry Met Sally?
Because sometimes it's very hard when you first get introduced about. It's very hard to get like you don't want to mess it up like actually spit the grapes pitted grapes out the window is actually closed.
Oh, it has something to do with a window?
Yeah, when you actually spits it out of the pits of the grapes.
Oh, I think I remember that scene. Okay. Yeah, sure. So they had the baseball scenes, the phone scenes, of course the diner, the New Year's Eve thing at the end, all this different stuff going on. Now the question is, if this was like real life, would Harry and Met Sally still be together today after 30 years ago? That's the question. Because of course in a romantic comedy they end up together at the end, but in real life couples don't always stay together that long.
Yeah, I feel like what you don't want to have the movie ends with the divorce.
Does it? Does the movie end with a divorce?
No.
Oh, I think it was a divorce was mentioned in one of their things, but it's good if I guess that it's good if they didn't get divorced. But just remember, everybody, Disney's not real life. We just reached the 36-minute point, so let's see. Is there anything you want to say about the movie When Harry Met Sally before I ask you the final thoughts and opinions and the grade rating?
Well, don't get overexcited when you go into to other when you go out to date with someone.
Oh, that's good. Let's talk about that's good. That's really good. Neat right there. Let's talk about that real quick. So when you're about to get on a date with someone, you're saying don't be too excited about it. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. Never get too excited about going on a date because why should we not get too excited about it?
Right? Something get that too excited about it's like something about you get over nervous about.
Yeah, being nervous about it. Yeah. Well, would you be? How nervous would you be if you got to go out on 3 separate dates? How nervous would you be if you had to go on a date with Kirsten Dunst, Kristen Bell, and Rachel McAdams? How nervous would you be on those dates?
Something like
a little nervous, somewhat nervous. I'm sure you can still get nervous with a girl, even if she's a non-celebrity as well.
Well, sometimes it's like before they were famous, like something like how I just saw only end up like they asked for an interview or something.
Wait, what about an interview?
Like it's like if I become a journalist, it's just only an interview about the personal touch.
Yeah, the personal touch of it all. Yeah. All right, that's true. What would your personal grade? What would your grade of this movie be? When Harry Met Sally.
B.
Yeah, I would give it about a B. Also, I think it's about a B level quality as well.
Well, it's the best. It's the best comedy movie.
It's a funny comedy. It's a funny comedy. It's not. It's a little bit above average, but it's not quite an A. So I would say a B is about right.
Even like about some celebrities could do voice acting. Like Meg Ryan is the one who voiced the title of the character Anastasia.
When did she play Anastasia in what?
97.
In a 97 movie? Oh, okay. Well, like I said, apparently she wasn't attractive enough to come back for Top Gun Maverick.
I know, but even it looks like she's getting retired or something, briefly retired.
Right, briefly retired there. Like Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz keeps getting retired and unretired. Cameron Diaz can't decide if she wants to act or not. But yeah, now that we're 38 minutes in, have we basically covered mostly everything that we wanted to say about When Harry Met Sally?
I think that's it.
Okay, that's about it. So, guys, if you like this so much, if you're more of an action fan, right after When Harry Met Sally, we're going to be covering the first 4 Die Hards. And in the beginning of Die Hard 2, because we're going to do it in the order of my least favorite to most favorite of those, we're going to start with Die Hard 2, then Live Free or Die Hard, then Vengeance, and then finally at the end with Die Hard 1. The first question I'm going to ask you before we start the beginning of Die Hard 2 is, the first question is going to be your brief, quick little thoughts about what I consider the worst movie of the series, Die Hard 5 from 2013. So think about, for next time, in the beginning of Die Hard 2 conversation, your quick little thoughts on Die Hard 5. Keep it to yourself. I want to find out till Die Hards. But yeah, everybody, if you're more of an action fan and you didn't really watch this one, Avi's done, and so let's back up and wrap and close this off. Conclude it. Support your local movie theater throughout the decade of the 2030s to see a big theatrical experience like no other, with surround sound and visual quality, with a movie projector, with a community of strangers and a community-like experience. It's should, hopefully, God willing, movie theaters will still be around in 2030. Yes, hi Avi.
Sorry, I cut it off. Did I miss anything?
Oh, no, I'm just doing my close-off thing I usually do at the end. You can stay around to hear it, okay? All right, here we go, everybody. Avi's back. Avi's back with us. I'm just going to say again, support your local movie theater throughout the decade of the 2030s to see movie theaters on a big and community-like experience with strangers like no other, with surround sound, picture quality, and the only real IMAX at the Franklin Institute, but AMC works well also, because seeing movies with strangers, it's the most incredible, awesome experience like no other. Why should you do this and include throughout the 2030s? Because watching movies at home, online streaming, is just not the same thing at all. And come join me tomorrow as I go see for the first time, and next Tuesday for the second time, Mission Impossible 7, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. I'll have a review out for you by either the end of July or beginning of August. And we will see you in the next 4 Die Hard projects, Die Hards 1 through 4, and quick thoughts on 5 in the beginning. So yeah, everybody, I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Everybody dance and have a good time. One more time. Everybody dance and have a good time. This is friend and co-host Avi and Millennial Man Motions Entertainment, LLC, signing out to the Die Hards.